Hey tubers, me again. Should be pretty straightforward, right? Got a new carburetor, new air filter, pre-filter, spark plug, primer bulb, fuel filter, tune-up. But wait, there's more. New flywheel. Look at the metal shavings right there. Flywheel was actually touching. This one belonged to Dr. John. That right there, that's where the coil was actually touching. How this thing ran, I don't even know. But he said he ran it for like a couple hours after he bought it from another landscaper. And then he went to use it, and there was problems. Here, watch this. There's the exhaust. It's in rough shape. There's no question about it. But let's just lay it on its side. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Le muffler. Yeah, if it misses the bowl, it misses the bowl. Let's see. So obviously the crankcase is full of gas. How does something like this happen? Well, obviously it's been neglected. 2, the guy that owned it, if he recognized this problem, all he has to do is make sure that this is empty, like when he gets ready to sell it, right? And leave the tank empty of gas. Because what happens is that the carburetor is messed up, and he's the guy, I'll turn the light on. He'll just say like, oh, you want to buy it? He'll take and he'll put it in the gas. He'll take and he'll start it, and it'll run. It'll, like, all right, like, I'll give you $40 for it. You're like, okay, thanks a lot. See you later. Bye. And then you go to use it the next time, and it won't, because I got most of it out of there. But by now, the cylinder is all full of fluid, gas. So now that's hydrolocked. It won't. You can see some way over in the corner. See the shininess right there? So now it won't run because it cannot compress that fuel. This thing is so stinking dirty. I'm just like above and beyond Dr. John. He's way cool. So I'm going to clean this whole thing up. We're going to put the new parts on. Then we're actually going to take and let it sit for a day to make sure that putting on that new carb, and I know that's what it is, that new carb is going to stop this thing from filling. So and it's really weird because you go and you're standing next to the machine and you're smelling it. You can smell gas everywhere. Look how bad this is. These are all out here to be cleaned. Hold on. You can smell the gas everywhere, and yet when you look in the tank, it is literally bone dry. Nothing, nada, zip, zilch. So we got to clean up all these parts and pieces, and then we're gonna take and put it back together. That's crazy. That's just crazy, man. Everything's got to come off. Carb's got to come off. Muffler's got to come off. This is a 2-stroke. It's a BR350. So it's just it's a 2-stroke, not a 4-mix. So we'll get it all cleaned up, and we'll be back. Hey guys, and in case you're wondering, what do I use for parts cleaner? Well, I always just keep it in the muffler. So I'll take and let this thing air out. I don't even dare to put a torch close to it. I might do it after it dries out, but so once you got your parts cleaner, normally I'd go like this, you guys. Use a screwdriver, scrape off a ton of it. Then we're going to use this old parts cleaner. Let's go like gas. Get her cleaned up just a little bit. Well, we got a paper towel around here. I'm sure we do. And this thing will clean up pretty nice. Let me just do this one little spot to show you. Yeah, won't be too bad. We got a lot of cleaning to do. Don't worry, there's more parts cleaner down in there and up in there. Turn on the light. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. We'll see what happens. All right, be right back. Okay, so no, they're not all new parts. I did not get everything all cleaned out. You can't. I already spent an hour getting all these things cleaned up. They were a mess. There's a gas tank, intake piece, shock cover, whatever that thing is, and then the little sparky thingy. So now it's going to be pull the plug, flip it upside down, turn it over, get the, what do you call it, the gas and stuff out of the crankcase, and then let's start putting it all back together. It's a lot better than it was, you guys. You know that. So, alright, we'll be back. Okay, we got the gas out of it, flipped it upside down. If you don't think that crankcase can hold a lot, well, you'd be sadly mistaken. So, alright, let's start throwing some. I'm going to put you guys on the tripod, and I'm just going to fly through this, get all this stuff back. Just start throwing on pieces and stuff, and then hopefully when we run out of pieces, we'll run out of screws. Hopefully. This is fun as hell, isn't it? Alright, hang in there, guys. Alrighty. Let's make it closer. Nope, farther. Anyways, sparky thingy is on. 10 thousandths air gap over here between the magnets. Yes, I just use a business card. This little black cover is on. You can run the little sparky wire up through here. Let's go ahead and start finding some of these new parts. A little too early for the filter. Almost ready for the carburetor. These spark plugs go in a billion machines, especially for Stihl. L7Ts. Get yourself a 10-pack. They're cheap. Alright, so we're gonna put in spark plug. If I don't clamp it down now, I'll forget it. Three-quarter socket wrench, just enough to compress that. What do you call it? That washer on there. It's kind of like a crush washer on, like when you're doing an oil change on your car. You should replace that too. But I don't know how many people do. All right. Let's put the gas tank on and then let's start working on the fuel system. What do you think? Oh, look. I didn't know that was in there. That's a little Zama gauge. Okay, kind of cool. A little Zama gauge. Alright, I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, so if you have never done one of these Stihl gas tanks, sometimes they have, what do you call it? Like, it'll go into a filter. Pretend that's the filter. That it'll have one right here, that would be the filter, and then another line that goes over to another filter that looks like this for the pickup. I don't know on this one. So that little spot right there is for you to stick your screwdriver under. You see it? It's gonna pry up on it. Pick her on up and out of there. We will get to the filter doesn't want to come out because, oh look, he must have just put a new one on there. Not too bad, not too bad. Like that. Let's get a Q-tip and clean all that crap out of there. Hold on. Okay, so the mating surface for where the grommet's going to go is nice and clean. You just don't need a piece of crap in there so that it doesn't seat well. The grommet looks good. Let's put this back. It can only go in one way because of that tab right there, you guys. Drop that in there. Set the grommet down in there. I wonder if it'd just be easier to go like this. Oh yeah. I'm gonna put it right on the... Maybe? Yes, no, maybe? Let's see what happens. Little spit. Spit is always helpful. Now I'm just gonna push down on it. Pop, pop, oh, nope. I don't like that idea. Do it like this. It's just when you're standing off to the side. Kind of makes it a little difficult. Okay, so that is seated in there now. Now I'm going to put a little spit on there. Push down. Pop. That's in there. We're good to go. That vent is probably questionable too, with all the crap that was in here. But let's think of it this way. It emptied all the gas out of this tank, put it up through and put it inside the engine. So in order for that to happen, it had to be breathing from somewhere. So chances are that that's going to be okay. Right? Okay, let's put the gas tank on there and start figuring out fuel lines. Okay, here's the new carb. Side by side, they look pretty good, look the same. Very important to always make sure it has the same correct attachments. I'm gonna take and put this on there. That one slides up through. Where's the fat side? It is right there. In there, like this. Come on. Ah, they messed up. That throttle piece is not, it's, here, let me show you, turn the light on. See halfway through, down through there, it still has the metal. Here is the original. You can see that it goes all the way through. So we got to take this piece off and put it on that carburetor. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the carb. That piece fits right on there like that, and there's virtually no room. So you take the screw, undo it from right there. You see like how you line it back up there. It's kind of a racetrack. See the shape in the middle there? It's like it's a racetrack, so you can't mess it up unless you're 180 degrees off. And then this is what I use to get that little snap ring out of there. And I want to kind of hang on to it. There'll be another one from the other side, but see if I can do this on camera. See that little teeny tiny groove? It's not big enough to put a pick in or anything, so I gotta try to do this through the camera. This razor blade, something with strong steel on it. It's gonna get it started in there and just lift up on it. There. It's out. See it? There it is. Don't lose it. Don't lose it, Mr. Zombie. Okay, so there's that. It's like out with the old, in with the new. We'll be back in a minute. We're going to stick this carburetor on. Yeah. That's what I used to do it with. For you geniuses out there going to say like, well, if you're undoing the screw, why don't you just take and pull that piece right there, and that right there. There's a little bit of slop in there. Make them feel, probably wouldn't make that much difference, but whatever. So again, I'm going to take that off. Hopefully they're the same size. Diameter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It'll be alright. So this one, and where'd I put that other piece? And this is why we're doing it here, side by side. The one on the left is the new carburetor. The one on the right is the old OEM. So that's why we got to switch that. Spend way too much time on this. That's why we got to switch that. All right. Okay, I don't think this horse is quite dead yet, so let's beat it some more. Okay, so there's the screw, there's the piece. Now we got this on here. Movement is all free. We're good to go. That ring looks like it could go down just a squidge more. I don't know. Anyways, you just got to verify that the choke is gonna work. I just turned the choke on so that once you touch the trigger, watch choke, that it releases. That's like a hot restart. Okay, let's start putting it back together. Sorry about that. Okay guys, so the carburetor is back on. We have the throttle hooked up. This little, you've seen this a million times. So down there is that fuel tank grommet. We already showed that because we cleaned it up, right? So it goes, brings the fuel up, connects over here on the bottom, right underneath the throttle. The purge bulb, which the short piece of the bulb is the sucker. So that goes to the top of the carb. So it sucks fuel from out of the tank, up through the carburetor, through the purge bulb, and then the rest of the purge bulb goes back and then dumps it down into the tank. Once we put some gas in it, we'll verify it. But Yeah, pretty sure that's what it is. Okay, so we got the plug on there, we got the coil on there, we got the carburetor on there. We need to put on plastics and then see if this son of a gun is going to run. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, plastic is back on for here. I did take that coil off. It was easier to slide this into position. It's only held by 2 screws, one up there, and then the other one down in there beside the tank. See it? Right there. So I just took the coil off, put it back on, and then reset the air gap to 10 thousandths. So now that we know, here's the primer. It's picking up fuel. I only put in fuel to about there. So I know that it's the filter, and like if you filled it all the way to the top, you can make a mistake, and then it'll actually be backwards. It'll be picking up through the dump, but that's not the case. So we got a good prime. We'll put the case and the starter back on, put the muffler back on, and then we'll go live to see if it starts. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing live nothing. Okay guys, so it's went all back together. Thought we were done. Tried to give it a pull. Forgot to turn on the camera. And it won't start. So here's where we are. I got the cover off. Obviously I got the spark plug out. And we're gonna spin it over with a drill and see if we can't pick up some spark, because I don't see any. I can smell the gas. So the carburetor is delivering. So here's the dilemma. I have a brand new coil. Whoops, hold on. I have a brand new coil for a BR600. The only problem is that lead is not long enough. I'm going to take the lead out of this, swap out those coils, and see if we can make this bad chicken run. That's the plan. It's always something. Well, that doesn't sound good. I can't believe we just caught that live on camera. Whatever it is, it's bad. See smoke coming out of here. I think that engine just blew up. Oh Lord. Okay, we'll be back. Oh no. Okay, so it's been a long time since I've had one of these things all the way stripped down. I gotta try to get this camera close enough. Okay, right there, smack dead center on the screen. See that little bit of movement? That's the fan. That's the actual fan over on the other side. And it feels like it sheared a key or something. Because it's not moving the way that it should be. I've indexed the crank on with the securing nut for the timing and stuff. So this is all the way that it's supposed to be. But way back there, it could be anything though. It could have had a rock in there. You never know. So now we gotta take and pull this son of a bitch apart and find out why that fan came loose from the nut back there. Or maybe it's just broke, I don't know. It never ran before I got it. That was the first startup. So, all right, here we go again. Okay guys, only took 4 screws to get this thing off, and like sure as anything, this is just loose. Was somebody in here? Somebody in here before us? Is that the deal? Spins this way, so it should tighten itself. So what would... I don't get it. I mean, they could easily just start right up again right now. I don't see anything in there. Let's get back on the tripod. There's nothing loose. I'm looking at the blades as we spin around. There's water or something, but you gotta remember this thing was like flooded with gas. See the stains in it from before? I gotta make sure the switch is off. Yeah, it's turned off. Okay, so we're just gonna... I've never had to do this, you guys. This is a first for me. I always like new stuff. None of them are broken. It goes every other one. One is like, that one is recessed. This one's up top. Here's this one up top. There's none of them. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll tell you what though. We're gonna take and zip that on there. It's a much bigger bolt than the other side of the journal. Take and impact that on there, and let's throw it back together and then see what happens. Thank God it's not a rod or something, right? Yeah, was somebody else in here? I don't get it. If you would think that if anything ever got stuck in there, well, the whole job is to take and spit it out. I didn't see anything come flying out of there. I did see a little puff of smoke when I went back and saw the video when it shut down. A little puff of smoke came out from underneath the carburetor, but all right, this is getting way too long. Put it back together. Letting it warm up, then we're trying it again. That sure seems like it's timing, doesn't it, you guys? That's a brand new coil on there. I know the key is right. Oh, this is gonna be a head scratcher. Backfire, of all things. Of all the things. I'm just trying to get some gas up into it. with the low. That's backfiring out the carburetor. Guess we're gonna have to take and pull that little timing pick up and check that key. Oh, I may just quit this and just post this video the way that it is. This is getting to be a nightmare. Oh my heavens. Well, come on. How bad can it be? Really? How bad can it be? You're close enough. What's this? I don't want to drop all the screws everywhere. There's 3 on the starter. That right there is what we want to see. What is that thing? Should be 13 millimeter, and it has not moved off the index. So this hasn't, it's not loose. Hold on, Jack. I'll feed you in a minute. Move. Yeah, move. Move, baby. These are not like a regular flywheel, they're not. Better make sure the key is off. And it is. Sorta. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get in there and pop that off. Thought I could do it quick. Okay, you guys, I haven't pulled this thing off of here yet, but I want to zoom in the closest I can. Do you see? That's not sitting flush. This little magnet piece should be sitting flush all the way down in there. So somebody's been in here, or it's spun off. But that is supposed to be flush. I gotta get this off and find out. I'm pretty sure that's where our problem is gonna be. That's why it's backfiring. So let me get the shroud off and we'll pop it off. Jax, you stay. So guys, I'm showing you here. If you look right down there, there's the coil. There's the scuff marks from where it was scraping from before when we got this. So we'll see. Okay, turn the light on. That is absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong right there. It's not wallered, it's not moved, it's not anything. And here's the pickup. There's nothing wrong here. I hope this is the right one, that this is what's supposed to be on there. Everything looks right. So, what else can it be? What else can it be? I just think that is supposed to sit flat. and there's a gap. There is a little bit of movement. Now there's not. All right, I'm just gonna zip it down right where it is. God, it's driving me crazy. No better. I wonder if I put a socket on there. Probably wouldn't hurt. Just put that socket on there and drive it down. See what happens. Could it be rings? I don't think so. Compression is like really good on it. We know that the muffler is cleared out. I've been doing this for a while, you guys, and I am not used to that. I don't have a textbook answer. There's no liquid coming out of there. It's got fuel. There's fuel in the primer. You know what? Let's get the compression tester out. I wish I had a bore scope. Could look down inside of there. I'm gonna pull that plug out of there. See what the hell. Okay, compression tester's in. Throttle's wide open. I don't know what, 4 or 5 pulls, or until it stops moving up. You see that? That's 140. 30, 100, 135. I'll make sure I got the Schrader is still in there. Yeah. Try it again. Same. 135. That's way more than enough to run because, duh, it runs, but I can't throw any RPMs at it at all, and it dies. So, let's think this one through. Brand new carburetor. Timing is right where it should be. New ignition coil. It is the correct one. It will only go on one way, so it's not even like you could take and put it on backwards. That was weird that how that, what do you call it? The fan loosened itself. That I've never seen. Somebody just tell me Don't tell me. This one might take 2 beers and a little bit of thanking. Nothing else. The good news would be that at least I had 2 beers. That is on there. Full fuel, new primer, new everything. And it got a bath. There's choke all the way down. There's half choke. See if I can get some RPMs. And I did take and screw in the, what do you call it? The idle adjustment. That's all the way in. Just to try to get some RPMs out of this son of a gun. It's on full throttle. You don't want that. Try it again. That's it. I'm done wrenching for the day. Thinking this is going to help. Time to get on the interwebs and figure out what the heck. Never quit, never give up, never give in. We got to figure this out.